to be taken up with unlisted minor. It's a matter, transfer matter leading to a state government employment.
Achha, this bench may not be available in the second half. There is a
If
DB.
I can bring it in the first half.
In item 31, we are filing one affidavit. There is a contempt case, my lord. Personal appearance of the director. I would like to bring it to record, my lord, if lordship permits, my lord.
Item?
Item 31.
Yes.
My lord,
Yes.
may I pray for listing of a matter for admission, my lord, on Friday? It last came up in 2020,
Third week of August.
third week of August. Much obliged.
My lord, same prayer, my lord, for a listing of an.
Third week of August.
My lord, same prayer, lordship.
Third week of August.
I have also said.
Third
My
week.
lord,
of-
may we put a date in third week?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
May I pray the Lordship? Lordship, my senior is on physical difficulties, so madam.
As paid for by petitioner's counsel, this matter is still subjoined for.
Yeah, this case is actually wrongly listed for admission, my lord. It should be come for promotion, my lord. Should be come for admission, my lord. Already notice issued, my lord. But till that we have not received any instruction from the army.
They are supposed to obtain instruction.
And we'll file affidavit, my lord.
Notice has already been issued. Notice has already been issued.
It has not been issued in our cases.
In item number 5, my lord, I have earlier appeared, my lord, notice issued on 6/7, my lord. But 2, 3.
What are these matters about?
Regarding selection and appointment at the post of fireman. 2, 3, 4, 5. In the army authority, my lord. Though they qualified in the skill test, the final result,
No provision of appeal.
no provision for that. Well,
Huh?
appeal, they have not, no provision. No provision, my lord. They have challenged the advertisement, my lord.
We have filed the RTI also and we have filed in a representation also, but they have not replied.
Where is the representation?
My lord. Annexure 7, my lord. Sorry. My lord, annexure 9, my lord, page 58.
It has to put 27 the appendix. Oh.
But what is this case, Mr.
My
Patel?
lord,
You want,
regarding recruitment. by
you
the-
want information. That's why you have come to the court.
Yes.
That is.
My
this is
lord,
what-
My lord, I have, my lord, my lord, I have appeared in the physical test. And we are successful in the physical test, my lord. Then we have to appear in the written test. In the written test, we are not successful. But they have given that center-wise vacancies and reservation for OBC, SC, ST, and also for ex-servicemen. they have given that reservation, my lord. Now, while declaring the results, they have given the all India results together. They have not showed us who is successful against which.
So therefore you want information.
I want information, my lord.
That, how, there is not a case of violation of any right.
No, my lord, let them find let them give the information that how, in what way they have selected candidates. That right I have got, my lord.
So what information you want?
No, how many candidates have been selected from the reserve quota? That is from ex-servicemen. I am an ex-serviceman. We have reserve quota.
All petitioners are ex-servicemen.
No, three of them, my lord. Ex-servicemen.
And the others,
Out of four candidates, my lord, three of them are ex-servicemen.
who is not ex-serviceman?
My lord,
Who is not ex-serviceman?
my lord,
Who is not ex-serviceman?
my lord, that is
I
my
do
lord,
not.
item
Thanesswar
number,
Dole, Mr.
Thanesswar Dole, 3908.
In this case, notice was issued. He is a sports person.
His quota is sports person, as a sports person. There's a quota for sports person also. Let them clarify under which.
You furnish them the information.
Instruction, yes. Till that I have not received any
Then
instruction.
we dispose it of. Let the authorities look into their grievance and punish them. They have all applied under RTI Act.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, they have applied to RTI.
Where is the application under RTI?
Annexure 8:,
Annexure 7, RTI, Annexure,
in my case,
RTI, Annexure 7.
We can't figure out annexure. What is the page number?
Page-
Page number.
My lord, page 36 in this, my lord, read petition, my lord, Biren Chandra Nath, that is page 36, RTI is there.
So what do you say? Let them file fresh representation.
my lord,
Including copy. And,
why not selected and what is the criteria that will be provided by the
We
authority?
have already filed, my lord, they are supposed to obtain.
All right, heard Mr. A. Bhattacharya, Learned Council appearing for the writ petitioner. Need to order same order separately about in item number 2, 3 and 4. 2, 3 and 4 separately. Also heard Mr. You are appearing in all the cases.
My lord, she is in item 2.
So item 2 RDV or KK person, no, 1 and 3. 1 and 3 now. 3 and 4. 3 and 4 KK person RDV item 2. The writ petitioner herein are all ex-servicemen who have completed their tenure in the Indian Army. The writ petitioner is a ex-serviceman who has retired from service under the Indian Army on attaining the age of superannuation. On who has invited the who has floated the advertisement?
Instruction will be given by my central recruitment cell, my lord.
Central recruitment cell.
That's number 3, my lord. Army ordinance.
No, some advertisement was issued.
Advertisement was issued.
What is the date of the advertisement?
There is no date, my lord. Annexure 1, page 17, my lord.
In response
6
to
to 23.
advertisement notice issued,
Only number has been given, my lord.
advertisement notice bearing number AOC CRC 2023 public Jan public AOC -02 at page 17 of cover plus writ petition. Item 2, page 17 of cover. Whereby the respondent authorities had invited applications for filling up the post of tradesman mate and firearm. The writ petitioner had applied for the post of tradesman mate.
Tradesman mate and fireman also.
Fireman also.
He has applied for both the
No,
posts.
no, no, some of them firemen, my lord.
Who is fireman?
My lord, now, my lord, this is 3 888. This is Biren Chandra Nath, tradesman, my lord.
Yes, who are the others?
Others, my lord, Thaneshwar Dole for
Fire-
firemen.
Item number 5.
Item number 5 of the firemen. And item number 3 and 4.
And Pranab Medi for firemen, my lord. Both of them firemen, my lord. 3 and 4 firemen.
3 and 4 firemen. So therefore 3, 4 and 5 firemen over.
One is for trade.
In response to his application, the petitioner was allowed to participate in the selection process. Accordingly, he had taken part in the physical endurance / skill test and had qualified for the same, thus moving on to the round of written test. Although the petitioner had fared well in the written test and was entertaining a legitimate expectation of being selected, when the final results came out, his name did not feature in the merit list. Aggrieved thereby, the petitioner had submitted an application under the Right to Information Act 2005, RTI Act 2005. And had also submitted a representation requesting the authorities to furnish him with the information as to the reason why the petitioner has not been selected. However, when there was no response to such RTA application and or representation submitted by the petitioner, he has approached this court by filing the instant writ petition. Mr. Bhattacharya, learned counsel for the writ petitioner, submits that having reserved posts for ex-servicemen category and in view of the projection made for recruitment of candidates, particularly from the northeastern region, the respondents ought to have given preference to the candidature of the petitioner. However, since the select list was published on all India basis, hence there is total non-transparency in the matter of selection of candidates in this case, in as much as it is not known as to the criteria followed by the authorities for selection of candidates for the aforementioned post. This matter was posted today so as to enable the learned CGC to obtain instruction. However, when this matter was called up today, it is submitted on behalf of the respondents that instructions are still awaited. After going through the averments in the writ petition, it appears that the basic grievance of the petitioner is on account of non-furnishing him with the requisite information pertaining to the criteria which was followed by the authorities in selecting candidates by ignoring candidates who were ex-servicemen and belonging to the northeastern region. Unless such information is furnished to the petitioner, it may not be possible for him even to make out a case for interference of this court. On the other hand, on receipt of information, it may transpire that the grievance of the petitioner is wholly unfounded. Therefore, without commenting on the merits, but whatever be the outcome, the petitioner is entitled to a response to his representation submitted before the respondent number. Representation submitted before respondent number 3, which he is yet to receive in this case. As such, without considering without commenting on the merit of the claim made in the writ petition. This matter stands disposed of at the stage of motion hearing by providing that the petitioner may submit a fresh representation, ventilating his grievance in the matter by enclosing a certified copy of this order before the respondent number 3. If such a representation is furnished within 2 weeks from today, the same be considered on merit and a response thereto is sent to the petitioner in writing within a further period of 8 weeks from the date of receipt of the representation. With the above observation, the writ petition stands disposed of. Number 5, it will be X from the sportsman quota, serviceman.
Others are ex-service.
So ex-serviceman, let us say, sportsman quota. So 2, 3, 4, and 5 dispose of.
Obliged.
I didn't say.
Wait, your lordship.
Yes.
My learned friend was to obtain instruction. The matter is like this, my lord. The petitioner, he was a member of the associate, the member of civil engineers, Ludhiana, Punjab, and initially the question was whether that is equivalent to BE degree or not. That has been set at rest, and many persons were promoted, including the petitioner also approached this court, and there was a direction to consider, and he was promoted. Now, my lord, in the meantime, many of his juniors were promoted, and he was claiming seniority. In another case, there is a direction from this honorable court to consider the representation regarding, my lord, fixation of seniority. So that is the prayer I am making, and my learned friend was to obtain instruction.
My lord, I have written to the department this morning, verbal communication I received that still it is under examination. They are looking into it, my lord. So they could not give me any instruction.
Looking into what?
That representation, my lord. He has filed one
So let him
representation.
look into it, then we'll dispose it of with that in a time-bound manner, that's all.
Only the representation, my lord.
Where is the representation?
The representation, your lordship will find at page 105. And the, my lord, earlier order also, my lord, in another case, the disposal of representation, that is at 102. So I pray for an order similar to page 102.
Without approving any.
The application number to like the promotion order. And your master's. No, I didn't get this.
So you want that your promotion should be given effective from the date on which your juniors were promoted. That is the,
That is the issue.
Take down heard Mr. M. K. Chaudhary and senior counsel assisted by Mr. P. Bharadwaj, where counsel appearing for the writ petitioner also heard Mr. R. Dhar, and additional senior government advocate assigned appearing for the state respondents. Full stop. The writ petitioner hearing is presently serving as assistant engineer, bracket civil, bracket close, PWD. Full stop. Earlier, he was denied promotion by the department on the ground that the qualification of within course, section A and B of associate membership examination, AMICP, bracket capital I, in civil engineering, obtained by the petitioner from the Institute of Civil Engineers, bracket India, bracket close, Ludhiana, Punjab, was not equivalent to a BE degree, and hence there was a question mark on his educational qualification. Full stop. The aforesaid stand of the departmental authorities was apparently taken on the basis of a decision of the Supreme Court rendered in the case of Orissa lift
Irrigation.
within courts, Orissa lift irrigation. However, being aggrieved by such decision, the petitioner had approached this court by filing WPC number 7402/2015. He had earlier approached this court by
Yes,
filing WPC number 5104/2023, which was disposed of by this court by order dated 8/8/2022, directing the authorities to pass a reasoned order on the claim of the petitioner for promotion. Taking note of the fact that other officers junior to petitioner having the same qualification and from the same institution were considered for promotion and had been duly promoted to the rank of assistant engineer, bracket civil, bracket close PWD, by notification dated 10/5/2023. The petitioner was also given promotion. Full stop. The grievance of the petitioner, however, is to the effect that his promotion given effect to by notification dated 10/5/2023 should date back to the day on which his juniors were promoted to the rank of assistant engineer, bracket civil. Ventilating his grievance as above, the petitioner had submitted a representation dated 1/6/2023 before the respondent number 2. However, since no action has been taken on the said representation till today, the petitioner has been compelled to approach this court by filing the present writ petition. Mr. Dhar Lanik, government advocate Assam, submits some instruction that the departmental authorities are examining the representation submitted by the petitioner, and a decision will be taken in the matter without undue delay. If that be so, and considering the nature of grievance expressed in the writ petition, this court is of the opinion that no practical purpose will be served by keeping the writ petition pending in the facts of the present case. As such, this writ petition is hereby disposed of with the direction upon the respondent numbers 1 and 2 to consider the representation dated 1/6/2023 submitted by the petitioner in accordance with law and pass a reasoned order therein within a period of 6 weeks from the date of receipt of a certified copy of this order.
My lord, there will be petitioners, two petitioners, my lord, all similar. They came together with
Petitioners.
petitions. The representation also same date, my lord.
Submitted both dated 1/6/2023.
Highly obliged.
Item number 7 to 13 same. Lordship would like to issue notice at this stage, my lord. We were, my lord, terminated without anything, my lord. That's rather released.
The connecting cases are coming day after tomorrow, where we have already filed the affidavit. Let this matter be also listed along day after tomorrow, Lordship, so that all the matters can be taken up together.
My lord may like to issue notice here in this.
Yes, notice issue and returnable day after tomorrow.
Heard Mr. K. N. Chaudhary, I'm a senior counsel hosted by Mr. and counsel for the petitioners. Mr. D. Sankar, learned Advocate General Assam, assisted by Mr. P. Nayak and Ms. M. P. Bora have appeared on behalf of the official respondents. It is submitted at the bar that similar writ petitions raising similar grievance are coming up before this court day after tomorrow. That is
Day after
give the date. In view of the above, issue notice of motion returnable on 28/7/2023. Since the respondents are already represented, no formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition, requisiting numbers, be furnished to the learned department and council. Mr. Nayak to furnish a copy of the counter affidavit filed in this batch of writ petitions on behalf of the department to Mr. Khadania during the course of the day. Let this matter be listed along with other connected cases on 28/7/2023. Same order, item 7 to
13, my lord.
7 to 13, same order. What is this? Who's appearing?
Right, please, Your Honor. His Lordship, kindly material was over for the time being, Lordship. And item number 15 also, Lordship.
15 also.
Yes, Lordship.
Please, your lordship. Lordship, matter relates to the pensionary benefit. Lordship, petitioner by an order dated page 31, Lordship, annexure 6, by an order dated in the year 2018, petitioner are compulsory retired from the service with effect from 2012, Lordship. Thereafter, the petitioner also approached this honorable court earlier, Lordship. The honorable court directed the respondent authority to conduct an inquiry regarding his actual date of birth, Lordship. Till date, there is no completed any inquiry, Lordship. Now, petitioner, Lordship, before your Lordship, in this situation, he may be allowed to receive his pensionary benefit, Lordship. In this situation, he has nothing, Lordship, received from the department since 2018, Lordship.
We'll issue notice at this stage. Mr. A.V.T. Hawkland, counsel for the petitioner, parents the amendments made in the writ petition. It appears that the petitioner hearing was originally appointed as a master roll worker, and thereafter his services were regularized. However, due to an apparent error in recording the date of birth of the petitioner in the service book, the writ petitioner has been denied pensionary benefits. Hence, this writ petition. Mr. N. Upadhyay, learned standing counsel, irrigation department, Assam, appears and prays for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. And around 6 weeks since Mr. Upadhyay has appeared and accepted notice for his
1, 3, 4, and 5.
1, 3. Accountant General also.
Lordship, sorry, I'm sorry.
1, 4, and 5.
1, 4, 5.
Mr. P. Nayak, learned SC Finance for respondent number 2, and Miss
Tinlung for respondent 3.
for respondent number 3. Service of notice is going to be completed in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition will be furnished to the learned department council. Requisiting number within 3 days from today. Register to list the matter by reflecting the name of learned standing counsel for all the respondents.
Lords.
When the petitioner was serving as Lakman Lordship, he was placed under suspension on being arrested, Lordship, on 15/10/2022, Lordship.
Hereafter, Lordship, he was released on bail on 17/11. And the application was filed on Lordship 25/11/2022. Neither the departmental authority has drawn departmental proceeding nor the Lordship order of suspension has been reviewed.
So what is the order you want today?
My lord,
What is the order you want?
my lord, Lordship, since there is a provision, Lordship, under the departmental manual rule, Lordship, that suspension, Lordship, may continue for 90 days, Lordship. Unless and until it is reviewed or Lordship departmental proceeding into, nothing was done, Lordship. May I pray, Lordship, with the.
After the instruction, Lordship, whether the departmental proceeding has been drawn or not, Lordship.
They will have it in.
My lord, I have annexed that order,
Mr.
Lordship.
M. Khan, Learned
Page
Counsel,
58.
The read petitioner hearing was serving as a lot mandal in the office of Circle Office of Commerce, Jorhat West Avenue Circle, in the district of Jorhat, was placed under suspension by order dated 17/10/2022 by invoking. Which provision is that?
My lord,
In case of arrest, what is the provision in the
my lord, that is
Rule 6.1 and 2.
manual of departmental procedures 2.1.8, Lordship. My lord, I am giving it.
In 6.2.
discipline?
My lord, so far 90 days is concerned and departmental.
Oh, in case of arrest, the
In 6.2, Lordship. 2. 6.2, Lordship.
by invoking rule 6 bracket Roman capital numerical 2 of the Assam Service bracket Discipline and Appeal bracket rules 1964. The grievance of the petitioner is that despite expiry of 90 days from the date of the order of suspension, the said order has neither been reviewed nor has the petitioner's suspension been revoked till today. Nor has any departmental proceeding been initiated against him till today. Notwithstanding the same, the petitioner has been kept under suspension. Mr. A. Chakraborty, Learned Government Advocate Assam, prays for time till 4th August 2023 to seek preliminary instruction and appraise this court as to whether the order of suspension of the petitioner has been reviewed, and if not, whether the same has been extended by a proper order passed within the time frame prescribed by law. Mr. Chakraborty to also produce a copy of the order, if any, in this regard. One extra copy of the writ petition furnished to Mr. Chakraborty. This matter is directed to be listed for motion again on 4th of August.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes,
The petitioner here in your lordship is an employee, your lordship, of the central government, your lordship, Institute Gopinath Bordoloi Center from Institute of Mental Health, your lordship. Now, what has happened here, your lordship, a disciplinary proceeding.
services were terminated.
No, your lordship, what has happened, your lordship? My proposed termination is also issued, your lordship. I was asked to I submitted my reply to that, your lordship. Suddenly, then they said that there will be a cross verification of the witnesses again. I said that at this stage, I will not be able to participate in such cross verification. Then what they say, your lordship, by impugn or communication, they said that invoking the rule 15 of CCS rule, your lordship, they have gone for further inquiry, your lordship. Once they have accepted the inquiry report and punishment is proposed, this is final. They will have to punish me, your lordship, whatever punishment they may issue, give, your lordship. But suddenly they can again go back and say that
Where is the order?
your lordship will get it at your lordship. Page 65. in reference to the search sheet memo number so and so, dated 14/12/2022 and communication dated 7/6/2023, the disciplinary authority has considered the matter and has referred the case to the inquiring authority constituted by L so and so dated 24/2/2020 and for further inquiry executing the power conferred by Rule 15(1) of CCL rule. For this, they will have to disagree with the inquiry report, Your Lordship, and they are
Where
not
is the order of agreement with the inquiry?
Lordship. That is Your Lordship. Proposed punishment. That is at Your Lordship. At page 47. Whereas the director LGB so and so has provisionally came to the conclusion and gravity of charge is such that warrant the imposition of major penalty. And accordingly proposed to impose on him the penalty of termination and removal from service. And whereas before coming to the decision about the quantum of penalty, Mr. So and so is hereby given an opportunity of making representation on the proposed penalty.
So you have no objection if they proceed accordingly?
Yes, according with that, if they proceed,
Terminate him, why you want?
I will
to-
file appeal, Your Lordship.
Huh?
After the inquiry report submitted to the disciplinary authority communicated this or later, my lord, with the proposed penalty that with the memo, okay, for inquiry report, my lord. My lord, when the petitioner submitted a representation reply that he has not been crossed, opportunity was not given to him to cross the witnesses, and therefore the disciplinary authority by exercising its power that it is
Or under which provision?
my lord 15(1), my lord, 15(1), my lord. Out of session.
What does it say? Please read it.
CCS CCA rules
Read it, 15(1).
1965.
Yeah, what does it say? What does it say? 15(1).
Well, the disciplinary authority, if it is not itself, the inquiry authority may, for reason to be recorded by it in a writing, remit the case to the inquiry authority for further inquiry and report, and the inquiry authority shall reopen. Thereupon proceed to hold the further inquiry according to the provisions of Rule 14 as far as may be, my lord. 14. The initial. My lord, the disciplinary authority, after receiving the reply, after getting the inquiry reports and the communication, as per the Article 311, my lord, he was given opportunity. He said that we are not satisfied with this such and such lapse. That we considered it, disciplinary authority considered it, and remitted the matter to the inquiry official to proceed with the appraise, my lord, by giving an opportunity to him. The next
Yeah, what do you have to say? The power is there, then.
power is
No,
there,
Your
my lord.
Lordship will kindly see the Rule 15, Your Lordship. No, that is Your Lordship, that will have to be prior to Your Lordship accepting the inquiry report, Your
No,
Lordship. Inquiry report accepted, punishment is
So
proposed.
where is the order accepting the inquiry report?
Lordship, the order proposing punishment of major penalty, it only basis of the inquiry report, Your Lordship. Once you, the disciplinary
conclude.
authority
So
accept
you
the,
want that you impose the punishment, then I will prefer an appeal and come to High Court and say that I was not given
no,
opportunity.
that is
High
not the
Court will
case.
say
They
the same.
cannot get in, they cannot use these powers, Your Lordship, under Rule 15, Your Lordship, to fill up the loopholes they have committed, Your Lordship, while committing the conducting the disciplinary proceeding, Your Lordship. That will be absolutely, that will be in violation of the law, Your Lordship. They have started a proceeding, Your Lordship. I have not sought for any cross-examination at the later stage, Your Lordship. what I submitted, that these are the reasons why.
Why do you produce the record?
My lord,
In the next state, we'll suspend it.
Lord.
Mr. S. Botaku, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, assailing the communication dated. What is the date of the communication?
Your Lordship, this is your
Office
Lordship,
order dated
7/7, your Lordship. 7th of July, 2023,
7th
page
of July
65.
2023, bracket annexure T, capital T, bracket plus, by means of which the disciplinary authority had remitted the matter back to the inquiry officer for further inquiry by invoking powers conferred under Rule 15, bracket 1, numerical 1, bracket close, of the CCS, bracket CCA rules. The instant writ petition has been filed, inter alia contending that once the inquiry report is accepted by the disciplinary authority and penalty is proposed, the power under Rule 15, bracket 1 cannot be invoked so as to fill up the lacuna in the inquiry. Mr. A.K. Dr. Learned CGC, on the other hand, submits that Rule 15(1) of the CCS, bracket CCA rule is meant to address issues such as this, where there are lapses on the part of the inquiry officer, and therefore the impugn order does not deserve interference by this court. After hearing the submission of learned counsel for the parties, this court is of the opinion that the departmental record depicting the consideration before the authorities for issuing the office order dated 7/7/2023 would have to be perused by this court before taking a final decision in the matter. In view of the above issue, notice of motion is returnable on 30th of August 2023. Since Mr. Datta has appeared in accepted notice on behalf of respondent numbers 1 to 4, no formal
all
notice
the response.
is required to be sent in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition will be furnished to the learned department counsel within a week from today, so as to enable them to obtain instruction and file affidavit. The learned CBC to produce the relevant records on the next day for perusal by this court. Heard on the prayer of interim relief, having regard to the facts and circumstances of the case in its entirety, it is hereby provided that operation of the impugn order dated 7/7/2023, bracket annexure capital T, bracket shall remain suspended till the returnable date. This is the case again on 30/8/2020.
My lord, the inquiry proceeding ceases, come to an end after the final order of the disciplinary authority, my lord.
You argue on that. This stays till the next date. You produce the record and argue on that.
As far as item 21 is concerned, our respondents are included. But in case of others, I think implement is yet to be done. This is where the bank respondents have not reinstated also part of your lordship's order.
So let us go one by one. Who is there in
Yes.
item 18?
18, oh, yes.
You are appearing for this.
Lord, 18, my lord, my name has been shown wrongly. We are not there. NABARD is not a party even.
So who is for the respondent then? in 18?
She's a.
Lordship, I am appearing on behalf of M. Bhagavati. He is out of station today. Kindly matter, pass over the matter for the day. 18, 19, and 22. Yes, sir, M. Bhagavati.
On the prayer of learned counsel for the applicant appearing in these cases 18, 19, and 22. These matters stand passed over for 2 weeks. List accordingly. And which is your matter?
Item number 20.
Item number?
Item number 20.
20, give the record. There is an impeachment application
Yes,
here.
yes, Lordship.
What is the IA number?
1745. For implement of respondent number 8, 9, and 10, Lordship. Page 14.
See, after so many years, the council still don't know how to file an improvement application in a contempt case. Pathetic. Do you have anything to say?
Lord, I am for the
You
response,
must
but
give the name of the opposite parties
Yes,
whom you
Lordship.
want to be implicated.
yes,
You have already
Yes,
implicated
Lordship,
them. As-
the respondent number two, Sri Ghanaganta Paiku, who was holding the post of chief executive officer. He's now already been transferred.
Ms. Zahid, please tell her what is the problem. She doesn't know how to file an impeachment.
Lordship, the respondent number 8, that is BK Agarwal.
You have already implicated him as 8 and 9 and 10.
Yes, Lordship.
Then. But we can't be technical with this. These are the problems, fitting problems, what to do. Heard Ms. J. Any objection? Any objection?
no, I don't
Heard
have.
Ms. J. Paul, and counsel for the applicants also heard Mr. S. Duttal, and senior counsel, assisted by Ms. Mr.
8, 9, and because
They've already implemented them.
Yes, yes. Because they don't know how to file these applications. And they will not care to know also. This is how it will go on. Oh, you want to see, she'll come, all right. Let me dismiss this, she'll come. And I remember this is the third time this application is being.
Right.
Things are getting
There were
delayed
defects earlier also. Yes, heard assisted by Ms.
S. Mushari.
S. Mushari, and council appearing for the. You have for the respond numbers?
Respond number 3, my lord.
Respond number 3.
no.
Ms. S. Buck, Learned Council is present for respond number 6 and 7.
Yeah, I know.
His application has been filed for infringement of opposite party stroke respondent numbers 8, 9 and 10 in the connected contempt case on the ground that the state respondents are now responsible for implementation of the court's order. I peruse the statements made in the application. Mr. Datta and Ms. Buck submit that they would have no objection if the prayer for imprisonment is allowed. Full stop. In view of the above, the OP numbers 8, 9 and 10, namely Sri Bhaskar BK Agarwal, Sri Rituraj Bora and Sri Narayan Kumar are hereby implicated as respond numbers 8, 9 and 10 in the connected contempt case. Applicants to file amended cost type in the contempt case. The contempt case will be listed thereafter for necessary order. Highest has disposed of.
Obliged.
Next week, things are getting delayed actually, so.
No,
I'm praying for him.
first she has to file her amended cost type.
Item number, Obliged.
21 and
May I please, your lordship?
21 list along with.
May I
Yes,
please, your lordship? Lordship, item number 14 and 15, the similar lordship, where we sought similar kind of relief, lordship.
Mm.
And lordship, you're the petitioners, lordship, who were casual walkers, lordship, under Kaziranga National Park and lordship, Tiger Reserve, lordship. Now, lordship, my issue is that, lordship. Lordship, we have completed, lordship, not completed 10 years of our service, lordship. We are the employees, lordship, who have completed, lordship, more than 5 years in our service, lordship. And lordship, now, lordship, after
that
this,
is G. Bora, Learned Counsel for the petitioner. The lead petitioner here claims to have been engaged as a casual worker under the Kaziranga National Park at Golaghat in the year 2016. Full stop. Despite having rendered more than 10 years of service, it is the case of the petitioner that he has been denied the benefit of equal pay for equal work. Ms. Bora submits that similarly situated employees are drawing higher salary than the petitioner. Hence this weak petition. Full stop. Ms.
MS Sabina Ahmed.
MS Sabina Ahmed, Learned Departmental Counsel, appearing for the Forest Department, prays for some time to obtain instruction in the matter. NOM 6 weeks since Ms. Sabina Ahmed has accepted notice on behalf of all the respondents. No formal notice is required to be sent in this case. Extra copy of the writ petition from our requisite numbers be furnished to the Learned Department Council within a week from today, so as to enable her to obtain instruction and file affidavit facilitating disposal of the writ petition at this stage of admission hearing. In the other matter, same order, only list along with item 14.
Lordship, one interim claim is there, Lordship.
Ah.
First one, I have anticipated some, Lordship, apprehended some removal from my employment, Lordship. So I have paid an interim, Lordship.
Heard on the prayer of interim relief, since the petitioner claims to have been continuously working as a casual worker for
Not to remove, Lordship.
10 years, for more than 10 years. It is
No, not
provided
more than
that
10 years, Lordship. We are not more than 10 years. We have completed 7 years, Lordship.
continuously working as casual workers, 10 years personal, I guess, for several years. It is provided that the services of the petitioner shall not be terminated without following the due process of law. Same order in the other one.
Lordship, we have sent the affidavit for vetting. And it came up last time after 4 years in the month of June. We got
What is
the
the matter?
parasons.
We
We
don't
sent
need
it
to
for
file
vetting.
affidavit, we'll finish it off now. What is the matter about?
Please, your Lordship. In this matter, Lordship, the petitioner was removed from his service due to unauthorized absence, Lordship. And thereafter, he was reinstated in his service, Lordship, but his annexure Lordship, Annexure B is the copy of the judgment and order passed in his earlier repetition, Lordship, where he was allowed to reinstate in his service. But in that order, Lordship, he was not allowed to entitle the back wages, Lordship.
This is only for back wages.
No, Lordship. I have prayed in this matter, Lordship, for other service, consequential service benefits, Lordship.
The petitioner is in service.
Now he is in service, Lordship.
Hmm.
And in this matter, Lordship, pleadings are
Then
not
we'll give him some time to, as last chance to obtain his. Heard Miss
G. Decalogue.
G. Dekal and counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. D. Boral, Leonard, Government Advocate Assam, who submits that although no affidavit has been filed in this case by the department, we are
No, affidavit has not been filed. We have sent it for vetting, your Lordship. It is ready otherwise.
submits that although affidavit is yet to be filed by the department in this case, the same is ready and has been sent for vetting. Therefore, Mr. Bora prays for 4 weeks time to bring the affidavit on record. They are allowed, list the matter accordingly. Yes.
Highly appreciated.
May I please, Lordship? Lordship, I'm for the respondent. My senior counsel, that is the CGC, is out of station. So may I kindly fix the matter for some other day.
Yes.
I have a very limited prayer, your Lordship. This is an application for.
Her prayer is extremely limited. You have a limited prayer, her prayer is to take it up some, who is the CGC?
SS Roy.
Oh. Mr. Sharma and counsel for the petitioner is present. I have on the request made on behalf of the learned CGC, Mr. S.S. Roy, who is stated to be out of station. The admission hearing of these matters stands adjourned for 3 weeks. List accordingly.
May I please, your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I seek some more time, Lordship, another 2 weeks, Lordship, to get the instruction, Lordship.
My lord,
A date will be
basically
fixed.
only, my lord, in the light of the division bench order, my lord, they need to give us the fixed pay, my lord. Instead of doing so, my lord, we are being paid only 5,000. And we are working since June 93.
So you have been taking time since.
Yes, sir. We have already, again, we have takes a reminder to the department. We just have 2 weeks, your Lordship. Last chances, Lord.
Last chance. Mr. J.R. Bharvia, learning counsel for the petitioner is present. Mr. R.R. Gogoi, learning standing counsel,
course.
PhD department, appearing for the respondents. Praise for another 2 weeks time to obtain instruction as a last chance to respond to the grievance of the petitioners. Mr. Taking note of the request made by Mr. Gogoi, this matter is directed to be posted again on 28 August 28/8/2023, so as to give one final opportunity to the departmental council to obtain instruction and place the same before this court.
I'm highly obliged.
May I please, your Lordship? Also case of compassion appointment lordship, and DLC recommended his name lordship, but since that lordship, his name has not been placed before the SLC.
Where is the recommendation of DLC?
Lordship. Lordship at page 28, annex F.
Died in harness in 2010.
Lordship, but it was also recommended in 2010 by DLC, but in before the SLC, his name has not been placed.
SLC, it has been placed till at SLC at your lordship.
Sorry?
Page 35 is the last letter lordship issued by the PCCR to place his name before the SLC. Lordship may dispose of this matter directing to place SLC.
When,
It was
what,
page
where is
35,
the recommendation of DLC? Which
Right.
page?
page 28.
20.
Page 28, lordship, minus of meeting of district level committee for appointment and completion ground held on 8/9/2010.
Take down heard Mr. J. Kalita, Learned Council appearing for the lead petitioner. Also heard Mr. R. Gogoi, Learned Standing Council. This is which department?
For Forest Department,
Forest Department.
respond number 1, 3 and 5.
Okay, respond numbers 3 and 5. First of Mr. D. Vora, Learned.
2 and 4.
Is present on behalf of respond numbers 2 and 4. Mr. The facts of the case, in a nutshell, are that the petitioner's father, who was serving under the Forest Department as a Mahout, died in harness on 17/2/2010. Having lost the sole breadwinner of the family, the writ petitioner, being his son, and being eligible to apply for appointment on compassionate ground, had submitted
Application on 13/7/2010.
submitted an application dated 13/7/2000. Who submitted? Mother,
Mother lordship on behalf of the son.
through her mother, 13/7/2010 through her mother. Why through her mother? He was a minor then.
No, lordship. Doesn't matter.
To her
Mother
mother.
lordship being the wife.
First up, the application dated 13/7/2010 had apparently been considered by the district level committee, DLC of Sonitpur, and by the resolution adopted in its meeting dated 8/08/09/2010, his case was recommended. First up, the grievance of the petitioner is that despite the recommendation made by the DLC Sonitpur in its meeting dated 8/9/2010, the matter has still not been considered by the SLC. First up, his writ petition was filed in the year 2021, and several opportunities have been granted by this court to the Learned Departmental Council to obtain instruction. Notwithstanding the same, there is no clarity as to the reason why the SLC has not considered
Page number
the,
35. Page number 35 is the last communication of the respondents.
the recommendation made by the DLC. On the other hand, a perusal of the communication dated 17/2/2021 issued by the DFO Sonitpur West Division, Tezpur, goes to show. Which page you are referring to? Page?
Page 35.
35. Your lordship.
That the application of the petitioner for appointment on compassionate ground is yet to be considered by the SLC. First up. Next paragraph. Once, now, the appointments on compassionate ground is required to be made in terms of the scheme framed by the government of Assam. First up. Once an application is made in accordance with the conditions of the scheme, and the DLC recommends the case of the applicant, the state level committee, SLC, will be duty bound to consider the same and either accept or reject it with reasons to be recorded in writing. So in the present case, as noted above, the recommendation of the DLC made in favor is apparently awaiting consideration of the SLC even after the lapse of 13 years since the date on which the same was made, nearly 13 years. Mr. Unfortunately, the departmental council are also not in a position to appraise this court, the reason thereof. First up, situated thus, this court is left with no other option but to issue a writ of mandamus directing the SLC to consider the case of the petitioner in accordance with law. As such, this writ petition stands disposed of by providing that the recommendation of the DLC made in favor of the writ petitioner shall be put up in the next meeting of the SLC. First up, it will be open for the SLC to consider the recommendation and pass appropriate order therein in accordance with law. First up, whatever be the outcome of the process, the same be intimated to the petitioner through written communication. Writ petition stands disposed of.
Yes.
Good.
Sir. The matter relating to my lord, compassionate appointment. Lordship will find in the case of the petitioner has been rejected by the authority by the order dated Lordship 25/1/21. Page 33 is the order, my lord, type copy. And by which the case of the petitioner was rejected, Lordship will find page 33, last para. On the ground of my lord financial condition, they have that my lord, the
Who is appearing for the department? APDCL?
APDCL my lord, on last to several occasions that took time my lord for filing affidavit.
Call him.
And
We'll pass an order in his presence. Time being. Next matter.
Item 28.
Yes, what is the instruction?
Lordship, he was a master worker, Lordship. He retired in the year 2021, Lordship. Thereafter, this petition was filed. On last date, Lordship, one judgment was furnished by my friend, Lordship. Therein, Lordship, one direction was issued to consider his regularization, Lordship, in terms of the scheme of 2013, Lordship. That scheme contains 3 conditions, Lordship. That is paragraph 53 of the Uma Devi, Lordship. He must be continuing in a sanctioned vacant post, continued in the sport for more than 10 years and without any court's intervention, Lordship. But apparently, Lordship, that is a scheme for employees who are working, Lordship. The main hurdle in this case is, Lordship, he has already retired, Lordship. So at this stage,
But when he filed the writ petition, then he was serving.
no. At that point of time also he was.
He retired in 21 and.
but it is being admitted to the department that by mistake their name, 2 names were left out. One has been regularized by virtue of the order of the High Division.
Mr. Biswas, you need to go through our latest judgment delivered in the Kohima bench.
Lordship, in fact, I am trying to find out the judgment, Lordship, where I am unable to lay my hand, Lordship. That is the.
And that is based on some Supreme Court decisions also.
Very true, my lord. But here, my lord, if anything mistake is done by the department, they have admitted in their application that by mistake 2 names were left out. How this
Question is, after retirement, can there be a writ petition entertained for regularization
No,
of?
he has been agitating the matter, man.
No, you show me a judgment which permits it. Otherwise, it will be dismissed. I had Mr. S. Biswas, counsel for the writ petition. I also have Mr. Nayak, Learned Standing Counsel, appearing for which department?
Lordship, I am for finance department. He is
Finance
a.
Department, as well as Mr. R. Dhaw, Learned Standing Counsel for WD, appearing for the respondents. On the basis of instructions obtained in terms of order dated 19/7/2023, the Learned Departmental Council have submitted that although Sri Sambharu Roy was regularized in terms of the order of the court. Yet, the regularization took place during the period in which he was in service. However,
No, a direction was issued to consider his case for regularization, not for regularization.
Yes,
No
that is
mandamus was issued,
a similar.
just an
past
order for
matter.
consideration.
so Sambhurai was in service at that point of time.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
That's what he was in service.
Yet, he was regularized in terms of order passed by this court. Yet, the direction of the court was issued at a time when Sambharu, SAMBHRE, Sambharu was still in service. However, in the present case, the writ petition itself having been instituted after the retirement of the petitioner, the same would not be maintainable in the eye of law. In order to further examine the law on the subject and address the court, learned counsel for both the sides have sought posting of this matter again after 4 weeks. They are allowed. Mr. Biswas, you will have to do some hard work here. Otherwise, by a covered judgment of authored by me, I can dismiss it today itself. After retirement, no question of regularization. That's the law.
But only.
Whatever anybody's mistake, it cannot be done.
Then,
Once you read the law, you will not make many submissions.
then
you
you
need
know,
to
my
read.
dispose it, madam.
Huh?
Dispose it, madam. Whatever my fate,
Then I'll dismiss it.
I leave it to your lordship. Where I am supposed to get dismissed, then what to do?
Oh, you are going on an emotional line.
No, my lord, when it is the department is time and again expected that it is our mistake.
And this matter before any other bench without me. Mr. Biswas, I will not accept emotional arguments.
No, no.
You are almost saying that oh, what to do.
What hard work I will do, my lord.
Huh?
There is the judgment of our own high court, my lord,
Saying what?
to consider the matter, my lord. They similarly situated 2 persons.
So and so, let this matter be listed before any other bench without me. Yes, next matter, please.
May I please, your lordship? Lordship, this is compassionate appointment, my lord. DLC recommended my case, my lord, but SLC rejected my case, my lord, on the ground that my lord SLC.
What is the ground?
Ground, my lord, page 25, my lord, annexure 8, my lord. Relevant portion is, my lord, page 26, my lord. Serial number 22, my lord. Ground was reflected, my lord, not within the 5% quota and already filled up. Number 2, underqualified, my lord. Lordship, my case may be considered as per my qualification, my lord. SLC may be directed.
But what is your qualification?
HS first, my lord, HSLC.
And you had applied for what post?
Applied for both grade 3 and grade 4, my lord.
And the quota is exhausted. 5% quota was already exhausted.
Yes, my lord.
Then
Any other department, any other post, my lord? And
resolution is of 2018
18, my lord.
and you come in 2023.
Lordship, 2019, I was before the court, my lord. 2018, my lord. WPC number 6424/2018, my lord. Annexure 5, my lord. This honorable court directed to consider my case, my lord. Then, my lord, annexure 29 is the speaking order, my lord. As per court direction. Your 27, my lord, page number 27, annexure 9 is the speaking order, my lord.
No, but when you came to the court last time, then you did not make all these prayers. That his candidature should be considered for other departments.
Yes, my, that time, my lord, I was not aware of the DLC minors, my lord. DLC meeting was held on 2018, my lord. Order was passed in the year
Yes,
2019.
what do you have to say?
My lord, the earlier round of litigation, the direction was that, my lord, to be placed if not considered. So, my lord, if you go by the speaking order now, so that has been already been considered, my lord. Now, either he challenges this speaking order, my lord. Now, this speaking order will come in between, my lord. He has to challenge this speaking order. Basing on earlier, my lord, order, we have passed a speaking order.
2012 already considered, rejected.
Yes, ma'am, that
Why
was,
are you troubling?
I was not aware of
I'll
that.
dismiss it in the month of August. In the prayer of, or you want a dismissal today,
No, my lord.
August,
No, my lord.
choose a date. The only thing that it can be decided here is which date you want the order of dismissal. These are agonies which should stop. 10 years, 12 years gone already considered.
11 years, my lord.
Huh?
11 years, my lord, now.
Why are you unnecessarily pushing this hard, Mr. Your name, please?
HL Ashko, my lord.
Asian National Council for the Petitioner also had Mr. Ardhar Lanik, government advocate Asan. After hearing
1,
the
2,
submission,
3,
appearing for response numbers 1, 2, and 3.
4 and 5, my lord.
You are for PWD.
My lord, 1, 2, and 3, my lord.
Which is SC PWD for 1, 2, and 3, and Mr. D. Brett, government advocate. And we have response numbers 4 and 5. After hearing the submissions of the council. What party this matter was directed to be listed again on 25th of August 2023 of the fixed status. So as to enable the parties to address the court after obtaining updated instructions. Obligement.
I think paper item 27.
Mr. J.K. Goswami Malot is handling the matter. Malot is coming.
Oh,
I'm sorry, Malot, for the
let us
inconvenience.
all wait for him.
Malot, I'm extremely sorry, Malot.
No, why is he not here in the court?
I've informed him, Malot. He's
Then it's okay, we'll mark him absent and go ahead. Have they filed affidavit? Affidavit has been filed.
No, no, man, not. Last occasion also that took time for filing affidavit. On the ground of financial limit, my lord, up to what limit that can be considered and what not.
So they are getting pension. Pension is being received, right?
Pension is pension. Pension and my mother is getting only 14,000 something, my lord. And GPF and other amounts were received 11 lakh something. There was also house loan and that has been deducted, my lord, 11 lakh something. Now only My mother is getting only pension, my lord. There are two, I have stated in my petition, there are two, 3 children, my lord. One is school going and another is college going, my lord. And I am, my lord, unemployed.
No, do you realize that appointment on compassionate ground is not a matter of right?
Yes, no, it is absolutely correct, not a matter of right. But my lord, consideration has been done that on the finances, they have not mentioned anything regarding the slab that what amount he was a third-grade employee, meter reader, not a officer grade and anything, my lord. So he deserves on the basis that it does not mean that, my lord, I am financially sound. If I am get employment, then I would not have.
Please show me what is wrong with their orders. That's all we'll examine. The authorities have already passed orders rejecting your claim.
The wrong is that, my lord, in page 33, they have said only that, my lord, the amount received that will sustain the financial hardship. And does not deserve consideration because the financially sound, the income invested and along with the monthly pension is sufficient to serve the family. Only this ground, my lord. And the court was pleased to ask that affidavit vacancies to be filed, my lord, what amount, whether there is any slab of.
Who is supposed to file the affidavit?
The
Application, my lord, general manager.
We'll call the
Chief
officer.
general manager.
Let the officer come then.
I have otherwise the official instructions because the APDCL maintains a list, my lords, as far as compassionate appointments were concerned, my lord. I've just gone through that list. Now, my lord, according to the list, the name of the petitioner also figures there. His name was considered by the committee, my lords. Now, the financial aspect for reasons of which he was not given appointment are as under, my lords. Because the family at the present point in time receives a family pension of 21,000. So, I'll just. Yes. At the present point in time, they're receiving 21,586 rupees as family pension, my lords. As well, whereas if the petitioner was to be appointed as a meter reader, he would be earning only rupees 13,000. Additionally, my lords, owing to the death of the petitioner's father, my lords, the family was paid a considerable amount of rupees 21,20,264, my lords.
So you have to file an affidavit.
My lords, an affidavit to.
Last chance, failing with personal appearance.
My lords, within a week, my
Mr.
lords, within a week.
Counsel for the petitioner. Also heard Mr. B. Chaudhary, Learned Standing Council APDCL appearing for the respondent, who prays for 10 days further time and last opportunity for filing affidavit. In view of the prayer made by Mr. Chaudhary, this matter is directed to be listed again on 16th of August 2023 as a fixed item. It is made clear that if the affidavit is not filed on or before the next date fixed by serving advance copy upon the petitioner's counsel, this court will consider directing personal appearance of the concerned officer.
I'm deeply obliged, my lords. Extremely sorry for the inconvenience.
May please your lords. The contempt proceeding lordship for non-compliance of the order, whether essential 18. Lordship may come to phase 18. The starting lordship, the relevant lordship paragraph number lordship 6 of page 19.
Appointment to a grade 3 post.
Lordship.
Appointment on what? Compassionate ground.
Lordship. He was lordship recommended long back lordship for grade 3 post lordship. Subsequently, lordship, after lordship more than 15 years, lordship, he has been appointed in grade 4 post. Instead of lordship grade 3, though he was recommended for grade 3, and approval was also lordship recorded for grade 3.
But as per at the time of submission of application, his qualification was HSLC, your lordship. So that's why grade 4 was given to him, your lordship.
Now he has become a graduate.
Now it's become, but at the time of application, when he wanted the compulsion, he was an HSLC.
That is lordship
Qualified.
different issue, lordship, that is issue of repetition lordship. We have challenged that lordship appointment in 2015.
No, you submitted an application.
Lordship,
How many applications you submitted?
one application,
And in that application, you prayed for appointment against which post?
lordship grade 3 lordship.
Grade 3, but you are an HSLC.
Yes, your lordship.
At that time, Lordship,
Then how can you get a grade 3 appointment?
Lordship subsequently, Lordship, since his application was not considered, by the time Lordship, he became Lordship graduate. Accordingly, Lordship, government recommended his not grade 4 post or grade 3 post, Lordship, and accordingly, government approval was also accorded Lordship, for grade 3 post. Lordship, you can may read the last entire order, Lordship.
But compassionate appointment is.
That's
give
true, Lordship, I know,
immediate
Lordship, that's true, Lordship.
And then
There's
you
no
are now
choice.
bargaining.
Yes, no,
Yes,
Lordship. That's why
Tomorrow you will say grade 2,
Lordship, I'm admitting that fact, Lordship.
make me a director, something like that.
No, Lordship, I'm admitting that fact, that there's no.
Mr.
such a-
Gogoi,
But-
we'll have to enforce this order. You have not asked for modification of this order.
Because there's an order, yes.
The learned judge says grade 3.
Yes.
You have to appoint him in grade.
Yes, it's true, your lordship, the single judge is grade 3. But we are, as per the record, since he's in HSS examination.
Maybe, but have you asked, applied for modification of this
No,
order?
lordship, that hasn't been,
Two orders, General. But
Then
one,
then you have to implement it. That's the law.
that's
You
true.
cannot sit in appeal over a court order.
Yes, your lordship, that's true.
So who is the authority? Give us his name, we'll call it.
PCC also.
Please save the lordship.
Principal Chief Conservator.
Principal Chief Conservator of Forest.
Let him come to the court. I had Mr. J. Kalita, learned counsel for the petitioner, also had Mr. Anand Gogoi, learned counsel appearing for the respondents. Alleging willful disobedience of the order dated 18/12/2018 passed by the learned single judge in WPC number 8683 of 2018. The petitioner is before this court by filing the present contempt case. By the order dated 18/12/2018, the learned single judge had issued a direction for appointing the petitioner in a grade 3 post in terms of the earlier proposal of the department. According to Mr. Gogoi, the petitioner has since been appointed, but his appointment is against a grade 4 post. In view of the fact that at this time of submitting the original application, the petitioner was not a graduate. First up. Mr. Kalita, on the other hand, submit that since there was delay in processing the application submitted by the petitioner, during the pendency of the same, the petitioner had become a graduate, which fact was known to the authorities. Therefore, from our taking note of the facts of the case, a direction was issued by this court to appoint the petitioner in a grade 3 post. Full stop. After going through the order dated 18/12/2018, I find that there is a categorical order of this court to appoint the petitioner to a grade 3 post under the circumstances, without applying for modification of the order dated 18/12/2018 or seeking review of the order. The departmental authorities cannot sit in appeal of the order of this court and take a different view of the matter. Considering the above, it is apparent that this is a clear case of contempt of order of this court. As such, what is his name? As such, the respondent contemner, namely Sri Arvind Madhav Singh, IFS, is hereby directed to appear in person in the next date fixed so as to answer questions as to why contempt proceeding should not be initiated against him, and also as to why he should not be punished for committing contempt of court in accordance with law. Registry to list this matter again on 13th of September 2023. A copy of this order be communicated to the respondent through special magistrate by the registry through special messenger.
Obliged. Lordship, here in this matter, we have filed an affidavit in compliance with the order dated 29/5/2023, Lordship. Lordship, Lordship, In this affidavit, Lordship, flag mark A, Lordship are the list of cases that were pending on that relevant time, Lordship, because subsequently there was some.
First of all, what about the petitioner's case?
Lordship, he is getting pension and Lordship at page 29, Lordship, Lordship may see, Lordship. The AG has also given approval, Lordship. Issued. So Lordship, regarding GIS and
GPF and
GPF and leave encashment, Lordship, he will be getting it very soon, Lordship, because we
GPF and leave encashment we are not received, otherwise all are received.
everything has been received, Lordship.
Except GPF and leave encashment.
We have sanctioned it, the government has sanctioned it, Lordship, and AG has also issued the approval, Lordship. The amount pertains to the petitioner is 4,75,667.
We examined the affidavit,
Mile.
had Mr. N. Bora, learned counsel for the petitioner, also had Mr. D. Komindu, learned counsel appearing for the respondent. Dr. Neil Madhav Das, Director of Health Services, Assam, is personally present in terms of the earlier order of this court. First up, the respondent number
6,
has also filed an affidavit today.
29.
Compliance of the order dated 29/5/2023 passed by this court. I have perused the same. It appears that save and accept GPF and leave encashment amount totaling to about rupees 4,75,667. The other retirement dues of the petitioner has already been released. Mr. Upamanyu submits that the GPF and leave encashment amount will also be has already been sanctioned by the government and is awaiting necessary clearance from the office of the AG. Mr. Therefore, the said amounts will also be released within 4 weeks from today. Mr. From a perusal of the affidavit filed today. No, the affidavit filed today also contains annexure of all pending contempt cases under the respond number 6 with indication as to action taken in the matter till today. Stop. The affidavit will call for further examination before appropriate order can be passed in respect thereof. As such, these contempt cases directed to be listed again after 4 weeks. In the meantime, Mr. Borak will examine the affidavit and address submissions before. The personal appearance of Mr. Dr. Neil Madhav Das, Director Health Services, Assam, is further personal appearance of so-and-so is dispensed with for the time being and until further orders. You will examine it, and if you find there is anything wrong, we will come again. But for now, it is being dispensed with.
Obliged.
We have forwarded to Accountant General, my lords, because there is an OM, my lords, as per which the Accountant General will have to find. Lordship, I can. We have sent it on 28th of June. Lordship, I have a copy for your lordship also.
Yes.
28th of June itself, lordship, we have forwarded it to the Accountant General, my lords. Now, pursuant to that. Yes. It has to be forwarded for the non-practitioner. It has to be forwarded by the principal, my lords, upon receipt of the application which was submitted by the petitioner. The principal has pursuant to that, my lords, forwarded to the Accountant General, my lord.
Lordship,
So it has been forwarded now.
Lordship, may I make a submission?
Hmm.
Lordship, the area pay salary which was paid, I have got a copy of that, Lordship. Here it is said
pending salary of Dr. Basanta Laskar, retired professor of medicine, from 1196 to 29/02/2016, and given a list, and in that a period of 13 months is missing, Lordship. May I submit it, Lordship?
Give it to him.
Lordship, this list,
Period of 13 months is missing in that. July 1997 to July 1998.
1997.
Yeah.
Okay, 1997 June to.
July 1997 to July 1998. It was August. Here it is up to June, and here starting from August.
Yes, Lordship.
13 months pay is missing.
Lordship, that we'll have to seek a clarification regarding this, that I can get it, my lordship. Why it has been, otherwise, we have done our part, my lords, regarding this small issue, we'll find out what is the.
We'll have it after 4 weeks. You have.
Yes, lordship, but lordship, the AG is not made a party, lordship, because of which we, the non-practicing allowance, my lords. That is one issue which, this issue I can come up with, my lords, that is not an issue. But.
So we'll pass an order after 4 weeks.
Lordship, within 4 weeks, we'll seek a clarification and we'll try to follow with the AG also.
Mr. Dr. Basanta Laskar, the petitioner is present in person. Mr. H. Ali, Leonard, counsel for the respondent, has produced a copy of the communication dated 28/6/2023, issued by the principal, Assam Medical College, Dipingar, addressed to the accountant general, Maidamgaon, Beltola, Guwahati, forwarding the option form FORM of non-practicing allowance (NPA) of the petitioner with retrospective effect. Full stop. The aforesaid action has apparently been taken in compliance of the court's order. Full stop. Mr. Chalia submits that as soon as the response from the office of the AG is received, the amount will be released. Full stop. At this stage, the petitioner has also pointed out that although the area salary of the petitioner has been released in terms of the court order, yet from the forwarding letter dated, what is the date of the letter?
Lordship, there is no date, lordship, it has just been signed by the
Yet
secretary, my lords.
it appears that a significant period, that is the period
July 97.
July 97
To July 98, 13 months.
to July 98 is missing from the period in respect of which the amount has been completed. First off, supporting document produced by the petitioner in respect thereof has been handed over to Mr. Chalia so as to enable him to examine the same and obtain.
Lordship, that part has been.
In view of the above, let this matter be listed again after 4 weeks so as to enable the counsel for the respondent to seek updated instruction and appraise this scope. The petitioner may also in the meantime follow up the matter. It will take a little time. What do you want today? Nothing can be done.
Lordship, that part of the period has been included in the pay list by pay slip by the AG. It is there in the pay slip, that period.
Amount has not been paid.
Amount is also given there.
Then
Why they have not included in the pay, I don't know. Lordship. But no,
Money.
that part is missing. I have not-
Lordship, I'll get there.
I should get that will be around 2 lakhs.
the petitioner however admits that he has received the payments for the aforesaid period. But in order to keep the record straight, the aforesaid anomaly has been pointed out. Thanks, sir. Then continue. Yes, sir.
But contempt petition, my lord. Here the petitioner retired in 2018, almost 5 years ago, my lord, and there is a direction of this court, my lord, on 26th of August of 2022. But there is a direction that within the outer limit of 3 months, my lord, retail benefit ought to have been, my lord, disbursed. Now, in place of 3 months, now it is almost 1 year, my lord. My lord, I have received Vakalatnama today, my lord. So I am filing it. My lord, I have gone through this. They are by default, they have sent it to this court, my lord. There is a instruction, my lord, in the file, the last page. On the last occasion only, my lord has pointed it out. If I have gone through that, my lord, it says that initially, when he submitted his document, it was in the name of Adalat Roy, whereas all his documents says is Adalat Singh. So thereafter, the finance division has raised an objection on this. He has thereafter again filed an affidavit. So that then it took some time. Then it is under process. That's instruction says, but I will file my affidavit, my lord.
That file of the heart, Mr. M. Islam and Counsel for the Commissioner. Mr. R. Dhar Learned Counsel has appeared and submitted that he has instructions to appear in this case on the respondent. Full stop. Seeking 2 weeks time to file affidavit in the matter. Mr. Dhar has requested for posting this case again after 3 weeks. They are allowed, please the matter is heard. Let him file his affidavit.
My lord. Okay.
May I please, your lordship, this is the first time the matter has been listed, lordship. The
This says Kaningo and multiple respondents, 8 weeks.
people are lordship.
Miss A. Begum,
The lordship may find the operative part of this at page number 58.
multiple respondents, 8 weeks.
Similar matter, lordship.
Miss A. Begum, is it?
And
N. Begum. Yeah, N. Begum. Same order.
similar matter. Much obliged.
May I please your lordship, my lord, the operative portion of the order is at page 11, my lord.
Mr. D.P. Voda, multiple respondents, 8 weeks.
Obliged, my lord.
May I please? Lordship.
We are seeking the results of a recruitment process of 2019, Lord. Now, Lordship, for many years now, the results have not been given. We have cleared the interview. We have gone till the interview, the result of the interview is not given. Because there are some complications, Lordship, what I will pray, Lordship may direct the results to be given provisionally. It will not, appointments may create complications due to the vacancy position, but declaring the results provisionally may turn all petition infractors also. Therefore, Lordship direct to declare the results provisionally.
Lordship, these matters have to be heard.
So what is the issue
Lordship.
here?
Lordship, the petitioners in other writ petitions have diploma in civil engineering and planning, whereas the advertisement, the requirement was for diploma in civil engineering. Now, the Honorable Court in similar matters directed the APSC to take a decision, sitting with the department and the technical education department to take a decision whether these two diplomas are one and the same or they are different. Now, the APSC has taken a decision that has been challenged in item number 45, Your Lordship. WPC
What is the
for
decision of the APSC?
these two diplomas are different, Lordship. That is a decision that the APSC came up with. Now we have to file an affidavit in WPC 2994, Lordship. Affidavit is almost ready, Lordship. 1 week's time may be given. We will file our affidavit, Lordship.
Lordship, I appear in item 45, Lordship. That affidavit would be necessary, Lordship, if this matter is to be adjudicated, Lordship. So I pray that a short date may be given, Lordship, and this matter may be heard, Lordship. And our age factor is also there, Lordship, and we will become overage if this is.
How much time you want?
1 week, Lordship.
Huh?
1 week.
Let her file the affidavit.
Lordship, a hearing date may be fixed because on that date, Lordship, everything can be disposed of, Your Lordship. A hearing date may be fixed.
And
Have
matters will
Counsel
be listed
appearing
for
for
admission.
each-
May I please, your lordship?
petition
My lordship, this
hearing.
affidavit may be crucial to all the petitioners in this case. May I request the respondent to provide the affidavit to all the parties in this case?
You take down. You are appearing in this.
I'm appearing in one of the matter, my lord. Item 41.
For the petitioner.
Mr. K. N. Chaudhary, learned senior counsel, assisted by Mr. D. J. Das, is present on behalf of the writ petitioner in item 41. The learned counsel for the petitioner in the other writ petitions are also present. Ms. P. Sharma, learned standing counsel, UPSC, submits that the outcome of item 45. Submits that the outcome of the other writ petitions will depend on the decision in item 45, and therefore she will be granted a week's time to file affidavit in item 45, bringing the stand of the APSC on record. Responding to the above, the petitioner's counsel submits that since affidavit filed in item 45 will have a bearing in the other matters, copies of the affidavit be served to the learned counsel for the petitioners in the other writ petitions as well. Prayers are allowed. Ms. Sharma to file affidavit within a week from today by serving copy of the same to the learned counsel for all the petitioners in this batch of writ petitions. Registry may list this matter again on, when do you want it?
My lord, may kindly give a date, my lord.
When do you want it?
It could be on 10th, my lord.
On 10th of August.
My lord, 15th of a holiday. 9th of my night. My lord, will it be inconvenient on this? 8 could be 8, my lord, yes.
It will be too early.
Or could it be on 17th, my lord, 10, 9, 10.
May it please, my lord. May it please, my lord. I beg to seek adjournment for the day, my lord. The conducting counsel, Mr. S.P. Sharma, his health is not well.
And one thing, there was a direction from this honorable court, my lord, to make a paper publication. And we have made the paper publication and annexed the publication to our reply affidavit, my lord, dated 17/5/2023. There is an office note that we have not filed our affidavit, but affidavit is there.
Affidavit has been filed.
Yes, reply affidavit dated 17/5/2023. It starts from page
Mr.
1.
J. Patovari, learned counsel appearing for the writ petitioner, has invited the attention of this court to the affidavit filed on 17/5/2023 to submit that copy of the
Annexure 6, page 175, my lord.
newspaper carrying the paper publication of notice of this case for service upon respond number.
Service upon, my lord, respondent numbers, all the selected candidates, in fact, because we could not make them party. So in terms of Pramod Verma's case, this honorable court directed that you make a proposal.
On
The
the selected
lawsuit order
candidates,
is dated 22/12, my lord.
in terms of the order dated 22,
2012/2022,
2012,
2022.
2022 is brought on record. Mr. P.R. Sharma, learned counsel appearing for the respond
If-
number.
My lord, respondent numbers, my lord, AP. 2, my lord, 2 and 3, my lord.
2 and 3 has sought posting of the matter again after 4 weeks on the ground of non-availability of his senior. In view of the submission made at the bar, registry to list this case again after 4 weeks. Upon proper verification as to whether any counsel has entered appearance in this case on behalf of the selected candidates. And if so, their names be reflected in the file.
Deeply obliged.
Highly obliged, my lord.
Lordship made please, my lord. The petitioner is working as a deputy director in the Kamrup Sadar minor. By the order dated 21/7/2023, which was signed on 23/7 at page 16, your lordship. Petitioner is sought to be transferred from Kamrup Sadar to Haflong, my lord. Lordship, prior to that, your lordship, by the order dated 14/10/2022, he was transferred from Bojali to Kamrup Sadar, although it's a promotional transfer. And earlier to date, by the order dated 19/9/2020, he was transferred to Bojali, my lord.
Lordship, Chief Minister approval has not been made and he is on the verge of his retirement. Only 16 months left for his retirement, Your Lordship. And Your Lordship, he has personal difficulty in the sense he has to look after 82 years old mother, 2 handicapped brothers, Your Lordship. And he himself as well as his wife is also not well, my lord. Lordship, Lordship, may I pray, since it's within a period 3 months, 3 years, he has been transferred frequently. Lordship, may direct them to, Lordship, submit the reasons why, my lord. Although they have cited, Your Lordship, that the public interest is involved. According to me, Your Lordship, no public interest.
Just now I took a telephonic instruction, my lord. My lord, my lord will go to page number 16. My lord will find not only him, 3 deputy directors have been transferred. Page number 16, my lord.
Yes.
Number 1 is a writ petitioner. There are again 2, my lord. Now, my lord, I asked my director and the secretary why. They said, my lord, that recently the government has taken a decision, my lord. They have gone by 4 criteria of transferring. One is first is, my lord, 2 years. Those who have completed, they have to go. Number 2, those who are in home district, from the rank of inspector to above, my lord. We are not keeping them in the home district. So Kamrup itself is in home district, my lord. Number 2. Number 3, my lord, women. We have recommended women officers nearer to their home, next districts, my lord. And there is a zonal consideration. So, my lord, and we have done it not through a computer, my lord, generated program, my lord. Means we have fed it and they have given the result, my lord. So these 3 officers, my lord, they have come within this criteria, my lord, and that's why they have been transferred. So, my lord, this is not only for him, this is for everybody, my lord. There are issues, my lord. We are not keeping our officers in the home district. So, my lord,
But there are notification of the High Court also. In the fag end of service career, a person has to be like posted in the home district, my
Is
lord.
there any policy decision?
Or government of Assam, I do not, but I have, while surfing, my lord, yesterday, I found High Court also there are
High
notifications.
Court there is, but
Yes.
what about government?
Government of Assam,
I am not aware. my
Lordship, but I found certain decisions. In the fag end of service career, a person has to be posted in the home
But
district.
Friday we'll post it. And just examine if there is anything.
My lord.
Till Friday, hold on. But Miss B.
My lord will not pass any interim order. I will inform my officers, my lord.
Lordship, status quo be maintained because Lordship it has not been released as on date.
Till Friday, she has to also justify her appearance.
My lord.
But Miss Bhuya, tell your
I
client.
understand.
what to do.
Cause,
Tell
my
your
lord,
client.
cause, my lord, if we don't follow this, then, my lord,
Then
lot of everybody will come, my lord.
We are learning senior counsel listed by Ms. R.S. Devi, learning counsel appearing for the writ petitioner. Also heard Mr. R. Bharan and additional senior government advocate also appearing for the respondents. Assailing the order of transfer dated 21/7/2023, the instant writ petition has been filed. Entirely contending that this is a case of frequent transfer and the petitioner being on the verge of retirement is entitled to continue in his home district. Mr. Dhar, on the other hand, submits that the transfer order has been issued in respect of several similarly situated officers in terms of a discrete policy decision of the government. There is no good ground for this court to interfere in the matter. After going through the materials and record and on hearing the submission of the parties, I find that I prima facie find that the impugned transfer order has been issued in the exigencies of public service. However, since the learned senior counsel for the petitioner has argued that her client was entitled to be posted in the home district years, just a few months before his retirement. This matter is directed to be posted again on 28/7/2023 for motion as a fixed item, so as to enable the parties to produce a notification, if any, issued by the government of Assam to the above effect. Till the next
Let him
date,
produce the
status quo
records.
insofar as the writ petitioner is concerned.
Lordship, Chief Minister approval has not been obtained. There are judgment of the honorable court.
There are judgments which says it
My
can
lord,
be done without. that.
Not necessarily, my lord, chief
Let him
minister's
produce the
approval is not
records,
required everywhere, my lord.
Means Bhuya, whatever could be done has been done.
Let him produce the records.
Friday is the day to tell your client.
Well, he
These are
he
not-
will produce the records.
Mr. Dhar to also produce the relevant record from the next day for perusal.